Alright, we're back. And yeah, we're gonna do bounties. I'm not a big fan of bounties. I don't know if it's just because you have to go in and you more or less have to do them public, or I don't know. But once you get your most of your basic build set up, they probably really are the most efficient way to fill in the gaps. Whoa. What's going on? That's weird. So obviously I got a new helm now, so, but I mean, you know, for instance, you know, Jesseth, definitely I want ancient legendary version of this item. Well, by doing the bounties, I get the crafting materials to be able to reforge this, and I just keep on reforging it until I finally get a good version of it, one that I'm looking for. And I'll probably do bounties for all of my stuff. I at least want them all ancient legendary so that I can augment them. And also, you know, kind of want an optimized build so that when I go to do these special rifties things, my build will be optimized enough to be able to complete it at the highest level I possibly can, whatever level that'll be. So that's why I've kind of been holding on to them, because I didn't want to do them, you know, and waste them. You know, if I only can get up to whatever level 70 or something like that, I'd rather hold on to it and wait till I'm powerful enough to be able to get up to, you know, maybe I think looked like I was seeing 125 probably is the maximum that's going to be. This is the one that I had found. Okay, let me when I'm doing bounties, the most important thing is how fast I run. That's probably the most important thing. So generally, gold find is not an issue. So I really don't care about gold find too much. Really not trying to make gold. I've got 6 billion gold now. Probably don't really need the gold. So let's just put on our normal build. Where'd my Nagel ring go? So,
yes.
And obviously you won't have your follower because you're going to be playing multiplayer. You're going to be playing 4 players. So got to be wary about things like if you're using Unity with your follower or something like that, you won't be able to have that. So I don't happen to have that, so I don't have to worry about that. But when you do bounties and you get the crafting materials, you get a lot more of these than you do death breath. Now, normally, and I'm not sure exactly why this happens, but normally every season I get tons more death breath than these other materials. And by the way, the main use for these are upgrading your rare items. And as you can see, you're going to be using twice as many of these as you are of the death breath. So that's usually a good ratio to aim for. You want to have twice as many of this stuff as you do of the death breath. Because if you don't, if your ratio is off, you're going to end up running out of one sooner than the other, and you won't be able to upgrade anymore. Well, for some reason, I don't know why, for some reason, these always run out the fastest. And I think it's because I generally do a lot of stuff with the Enchantress. Just getting new abilities. For some reason this season I haven't had to do too much of that. So normally during the season I've got twice as many, sometimes 3 times as many death breath as what I've got of these, and so these end up running out faster. But for some reason it's just the opposite. So this time around, and on top of that, well, basically my death breath situation is rather low, so I'm gonna put on the items that give you more death breath rather than this Captain Crimson. Now it's just Torment 16, so it's basically like doing a Nephilim Rift, a little bit more difficult than a Nephilim Rift because it's 4 players, but still it's not going to be so difficult that
I will use this.
hold on, not that one. It's not going to be so difficult
You're too kind.
that I'm going to need to be completely optimized. I mean, I'll still be able to do them pretty easy. I think Malthiel is the only one that's really offers any kind of a real challenge, and even he is usually pretty killable. But I'm just gonna make the one that doubles the number of death breath. Okay, so we're gonna go with Sages Ribbon. They don't need to be that great. I don't need to worry if they're really good or not. Doesn't really matter. Feet, head, hands. Okay. Yes, doesn't matter. I guess I'll just go with the boots. Alright, let me just see what... I should have spare. Do gotta hope I have a pair of pants here. Okay. I wasn't sure if I had an actual pair of Rathma pants. Okay, so now I'm going to get double the number of death breath that drop. Without this, these, I'm going to get a lot more of these than I am death breath. And my death breath is already somewhat on the low side, so without those, without the double number of death breath, this gap would get even worse. The other thing I gotta pay attention to is my Forgotten Souls. That's actually, you gotta use 50 Forgotten Souls for each reforge. So I'm only gonna have enough Forgotten Souls for maybe about 20 reforges. That could be a problem too. No, 40. 40 reforges. Alright, should be enough. Alright, and I am going to use these two instead of these two. Still going to be more than powerful enough, but I might as well give myself the better magic find and the boon of the hoarder. Gold is not really an issue. I probably wouldn't need the boon of the hoarder, but you know, just throw on the Nagel ring just for a little bit extra chance of a legendary item dropping. I just put these in here for now. The only other thing about bounties is generally speed. Movement speed is the most important thing. So you really got to have something to give you extra movement speed, or something like this blood rush. Something like that. Whatever build you're playing, you generally want to have something to give you a much better movement speed. And I generally find defense more important than offense. I mean, I'm probably going to be killing everything pretty fast. Let's switch that over to this. And I'll use this revive more. You know, and I could probably go with my Nephilim setup. Oops, I forgot to do that. I probably could go with this and still be powerful enough to make it doing the bounties without too much problem. But don't really need the gold find. I would do it if I was low on gold. I would do it, but with all those puzzle rings that I just did, I'm now up to 6 billion gold. That's going to last me for quite a long time, so I don't think I'll be needing the gold find really. was thinking about doing this. I might just do this. I don't know if I'll need that much, but I'll try it. Okay. So my little helper here, she's gonna go away. So just gotta be ready for that. I got everything. I'm ready. All right, let's open it up to the public, and make sure you have it set to bounties, which I have it, and we just go. Oops. Also, other thing with bounties,
but our foes gain strength.
Also, other thing with bounties is
that needs to recharge.
Oh, come on.
This world can abide you no longer.
I got to get my forces. Kill them all.
Not enough essence.
How'd I run out of essence?
Your death nears.
My build is not really made for this, I guess. Ugh.
I must wait. Embraces you. My essence is too low.
Wow.
Grave robbers have defiled my tomb. Return.
Not enough essence.
I'm doing horrible. A little bit tough with something that only comes back every 120 seconds or so.
I must wait. Decay and rot.
I get it.
That is not possible. Fine corpse. That needs to recharge. Weakness consumes you! I'm afraid not.
To me, you beasts! Let none touch me!
That needs to recharge. I must wait. I'm afraid not. Death nears. Eyes.
Figures what you want.
I'm afraid not. That needs to recharge. bring that down.
This build is just not really good for bounties, I guess, so I'm just gonna have to just be okay with that. Hopefully no one will mind.
There are more Your deeds should be rewarded.
Hey, mister, I got some new things. You should take a look.
My 5 chest keys.
An ally has left. My foes grow weaker.
It's just not that good for bounties because this takes so long to recharge. Even when I'm using my command skeleton, it just takes so long to recharge that I don't know. Just takes a little while to be able to kill everything, I guess. Alright, let's open it up and see what I got. One possible chance for an upgrade. Let's just do that right now.
Very well.
Kind of hoping for an ancient legendary ring of royal grandeur, but no good, no dice. Same exact freaking thing.
I welcome the chance to travel with you.
Crazy. I just keep wanting this to maybe put in a cube. Sometimes these can be good for certain builds. Alright, let's get to some reforging. Probably the most important one is my, I forgot to put this on. Not really that much better, is it? About the same, actually. Alright, here we go. Just take one, doesn't matter which one, and we'll just reforge it. Hopefully I get an ancient legendary version. So it takes 5 of each of these for each reforge, plus 50 forgotten souls. So like I said, I'll probably have enough for about 40 reforges total. And I got enough for 9 of these right now. There you go, number 1.
I would do, but when is that?
I'm just gonna keep doing it till I get a good version of Ancient Legendary, number 2.
I see.
Number 3.
That's your worst idea. Not quite.
Number 4.
Small minds, small goals. I won't judge.
Alright, well that's not great by any stretch of the imagination. It's got the essence, it's got a chance to slow, which is not that great, and the damage is slightly below medium, but probably it's good enough. Okay, I'm gonna switch out. Probably. Attack speed is important. Damage is also important. I wonder which one is more important. Actually, probably the best thing I can do is switch out that primary damage, 1452 to 1773, and try and get a better thing in there. And I'll be losing the vitality, but I think that'll be alright. This build is pretty defensive. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch out that. I'm gonna try and get something as close to 1900 as possible. And I'll just go with the complete offense. So 18 is pretty good. Okay, so that's pretty good. Right, so now it's going to be a 45% increase in damage, but obviously I'm going to lose some toughness, but I think that'll be all right. Well, no. Well, that's not true. That's not taking into account the socket. That's probably more of an accurate picture I'm going to be gaining about 36% damage. Losing 6% toughness. That's alright though. And I'm actually going to be gaining a little bit more than that because now I'm going to use Ramadan on this one. Which I haven't really been using Ramadan because I haven't had an ancient legendary version of it. And I figure why bother wasting the Ramadan on it. I got 8 of them. I probably could have used it a long time ago, but oops. Wait. All right, we got it. I'm actually just going to get rid of this one altogether. Just in case it's still in my armory and I accidentally put it back on. Sometimes that happens if I don't get rid of these things. All right. Next. The next best ones to upgrade, all else being equal, are the ones that have some sort of variable in them where the variable is somewhat on the low side. So this one, 90%, that's not too bad. But I mean, if I upgraded it to, let's say, 100%, then that would be a pretty good increase. But I gotta be careful because it is already, I already have ancient legendary version of it. I might actually be better off just going with... Okay, I'm sorry. I will take that back also. Probably weapons, amulets, and rings are probably also the next best thing to upgrade because I could go and I could spend blood shards on wrists and then upgrade wrists and probably get a better version of this in the long run. It's tough to do that with weapons, rings, and amulets because blood shards cost more for those things. So they're a little more difficult to come by. For some reason, I thought I already had an ancient legendary version of that. Dude. It's not that great, but I can... You know, I can switch out probably something probably for physical skills. Go with physical skills. If I remember correctly, just doing just the plain physical damage is better even than 100% critical hit damage. I think especially so for this too, because this is just one-shot bangers every once in a while. So I think getting physical bonus to physical damage every time is better than getting critical hit damage 40% of the time. It's only 17%. It's a little tough to. But yeah, pretty sure that I remember testing that out a season or two ago. Another one, I should probably just get rid of this altogether. So I don't accidentally put it back on again. Alright, and so now probably so I got shoulders to do. Ring of Royal Grandeur. These two, I don't think you can reforge an item that you've made. So I would just have to keep making new ones until I finally get ancient legendary versions of them. That's probably it, I guess. A little bit faster than what I thought. Shoulders, almost the same thing. I mean, I could just spend blood shards to get new shoulders and then upgrade. I was gonna say, then upgrade those shoulders to hopefully get an ancient legendary version of these Rathmas. And then that'll save my crafting materials to make new versions of this. Let's try that first.
Such a brave soul.
Get new shoulders.
What? I didn't even know I had that thing. Can't win every time. There is no room.
Idea. Not quite.
Now, granted, there's not a very good chance of getting the one I'm looking for, but...
Oh, very well. Yes, I see. I suppose that will work. You have access to a wondrous artifact of old. And that's what you want to do with it. Very well.
I'm gonna try the other thing first.
Not your worst idea. Not
I'll run out of death breath real fast here.
Small minds, small goals. I won't judge.
Let me try this. Alright, so I'm gonna make the Captain Crimsons first. I need ancient legendary of both. Probably better I did it this way. Going through a lot of them. Really? Not one. Just want one ancient legendary. I almost don't even care if the abilities are never that good. Well, that pretty much sucks. But I still got it. I'm gonna do the same thing with either the pants or the boots. I think I gotta do the pants. I don't think I have an ancient legendary Rathma pants. Gotta be the pants then. It might have made a difference depending upon how much crafting materials I've got. Let's see, I've only got 11 of them. 33 of the other, but I got 11 of these, so I'm gonna be able to do this 11 times. Alright, here we go. Four more chances. Crazy. I think it's supposed to be like a 10% chance, something like that, of getting an ancient legendary, but I tell you. I mean, I shouldn't really say anything bad, because there are some times I get it right off the bat, right in the first try, so, I mean, it does happen, but... Alright, so... I might as well just go do an Act 3 just by myself, just to get that. I don't need to join a public game for that. I think I just realized why that went so slowly. I 100% guarantee I forgot to cast that. Alright, let's just do a quick Act 3.
That is not
the end. That is not possible.
Level 2.
I'm afraid not. I must wait. Wait.
And this is why this build is not good for bounties.
Must serve the cycle.
Where's the one?
I'm afraid not. Give it more time. Not near the end.
Cleanse the quest chest.
I'm afraid not. That is not possible. That needs to recharge. longer. I must wait. Hide you no longer.
I was afraid they were going to be separated out too far. I wouldn't be able to catch them all with my army of the dead. I'll go. I'll go.
Give it more time.
Consumes you!
I'm lost.
That is not possible.
I never imagined such a creature.
Weakness consumes you!
Give it more time. That needs to recharge.
Embraces you.
That needs to recharge.
Death nears. I'm afraid not. I am returning to death.
Well, maybe I won't have to do as many bounties as what I was afraid of.
A bit more time.
I'm lost.
That is not possible. I need to go back.
The world is safer now. You have finished.
Sometimes this fear potion is good. Sometimes I like the teleport one. Alright, let's make a few more of these cap cribs and pants. Only got enough veiled crystals for 10. Oh boy. Hopefully it won't take that long. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Alright. Number 9. It's horrible. Number 10. Let me switch over some reusable parts.
I've found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
I'll convert these to usable parts to veiled crystals.
You're imaginative, aren't you?
Come on. This is some of the frustrating part. 6. 6 times. There we go. Number 2. Number 3. Alright. Not bad. Definitely not. Just not fun. Kind of like doing busy work. Alright. At least it has gold find in it already. And I'll just switch out that bone spikes, I guess, for intelligence. What would have been really bad is if I got ancient legendary version up, but then the abilities were so horrible that would have just not been worth keeping. And this one, I'll do the same thing. I'll switch out Grimsith for intelligence. I really don't care for the regenerate life per second all that much, but what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna get rid of these right now. And it's not really that big of an improvement per se, it's just they're ancient legendary, so I'll be able to augment them. Alright, let's just get rid of these. Alright, so. I think those shoulders, those were the last things. Was that the last thing? Oh, the Ring of Royal Grandeur, too. Alright, so that's going to mean more bounties. But honestly, I really think I would rather have a different build. This is just, well, gotta say, just this build is just not good for doing bounties, but really don't have another build set up at the moment. Just not fast enough. This needs to recharge faster. Okay, so now we can see why normally I don't need this. Because now I've got a lot more death breath than what I need. So at 700 death breath, I would want 1,400 of each of these. As far as what the ratio goes. You generally want twice as many of these as you do death breath, but just that one little thing I did, trying to make those Captain Crimson, just soaked up all of my basic crafting materials. And that's why generally I don't I don't do too much with double the number of death breath. So I can actually just put this right back on. Maybe this is what I need, just getting back my, oops. Get me back my cooldown time. Ancient, not ancient. Ancient, ancient, ancient. Now, if I do enough bounties, eventually I will get an ancient legendary version of the Ring of Royal Grandeur. Might take a little while, but I'll eventually get it. So probably the shoulders is the last one that I will need as far as reforging goes, but... Oh, okay. Well, I didn't use that many Forgotten Souls. I was afraid I used a bunch of them, but I guess not. I don't know what I was thinking of here. I guess I don't need this. Unless I wanted to change this to Gold Find. And use that for my new gold find. Probably just do that, huh? I don't even know if that's any better. But I don't think this is any better than the one I'm using. I wanted to switch out the resist all for critical hit chance. Okay, I'd be switching out the life. For critical hit. Let's just see what happens. The resist all, I meant. Switch out the resist all for critical hit. And then basically I would be trading 17% life for reduced cooldown. So I'm losing 10% toughness, but I'm gaining the reduced cooldown. So it would be not only reduced cooldown, but also an extra 7%, or 7%. Or so damage. So it'd be going from 40. It's only 4%. Probably not worth it, huh? And I'm losing that reduced duration of control impairing effects. Well, we'll see. If I want a little bit more damage, it's not much. It's only 4%. I don't think it's worth it. Alright, let me take a quick break. When I come back, I will start doing... Wait a minute. Beat. Maybe when I come back, I'll just do solo 3 of these 3 right here. And then gotta get these all about even again. Probably what I'll do. Okay, I will be right back.